This is Private Label Strategy, the ultimate guide to private label rights. Learn how you can earn great profit from using private label rights content to your advantage. Written by Shannon Tyson. Read by Marcus Mulenga. Chapter 1. Understanding PLR Terms and Conditions. There are fairly established ideas of what it means to own private label rights content and what you're allowed to do with it once you've made your purchase. However, there are some variances based on the individual vendor involved and the terms of the transaction. Additionally, many marketers become confused about private label rights and other rights, and the way they interrelate. Let's sort things out, beginning with a look at the three most common variations of private label rights. PLR types. First, there are non-transferable private label rights. If you're buying content with this rights package, you cannot resell or give away the rights to the content to anyone else. That means you can use the material, but you can't sell the rights for reuse or resell to your clients or customers. This is a popular way of approaching PLR because it prevents market oversaturation. It allows the vendor to control the distribution of the content. This is good for the vendor in a competitive sense. It prevents him or her from having to deal with direct competition for the sale of the material. It's also potentially beneficial for the buyer, who may appreciate the fact that the same content won't fall into the hands of countless other marketers. Second, there are PLR packages that come with master rights. In these cases, the purchaser can use and sell the material and products generated from it, and they have the additional option to sell the rights to others. Obviously, this works against the advantages noted in our earlier discussion of non-transferable private label rights. However, there is an upside to this arrangement. It increases the potential value of the content to the buyer. That increased value may make it easier for the vendor to find customers as well. Third, you'll also encounter no restriction PLR. This is shorthand for anything goes. While there isn't necessarily much of a difference between this option and PLR sold with master rights intact, there can be some fine print distinctions. That's because almost every PLR package will come with a list of what the purchaser can and cannot do with the material. Although there's no hard and fast rules about this, there is a popularly accepted checklist that's become an industry standard. This checklist, referred to as the license, and usually covers a variety of different uses and indicates which are permissible and which are restricted. The PLR license. Here's an example of how a standard license might look. Private label license includes, this license must follow this product. Yes, can put your name as the author. Yes, can be edited. Yes, can be broken down into articles. Yes, can be used as web or e-zine content. Yes, can be added into a paid membership sites. Yes, can edit the sales letter and graphics. No, can convey and sell master resale rights. No, can sell private label rights. No, can be offered as a bonus. No, can be given away for free, any format. No, can be offered through on any auction sites. This standard PLR license and its formats were created and noted internet marketer John DeLavera. He introduced this structure to members of the Warriors Forum, a popular internet marketing forum, and it quickly became the norm among internet marketers everywhere. Please note that this is only an example. Different vendors may isolate different permissions and restrictions. That being said, the example above should give you an idea of what you might or might not be able to do with the products purchased with a PLR license attached. Generally speaking, almost all PLR offers will allow you to claim authorship and to edit the material. It'll also usually come with the permission to break the content down into pieces, to use it as you deem fit for web or e-zine content. In most cases, as in our example, the restrictions often involve reselling the rights themselves. These are often limited in at least some, if not all, respects.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?